How's it going, everybody? It's K4K Crypto. I'm going to show you guys how to add FlashBots Protect RPC to your Metamask, and we're going to do it real quick, and then we'll explain some of the benefits, how this might actually be way better than just using a normal Ethereum mainnet for doing transactions on Ethereum. Let's get into it. If you want to go to this Medium article, it has a step-by-step, or you can just rewatch the video. So first thing we're going to do is you click your RPC endpoint at the top of your MetaMask. Now, the simplest thing is just to go to this, circle at the top right, and then you hit settings, click on networks, click add network. It's going to open up another page. Now it's going to tell you to put a network name, new RPC URL, the chain ID, currency symbol. Block Explorer is optional. So now all we got to do is do a little copy and pasting back and forth. Add the following details. They're right here. Copy, paste. Back to the tab. RPC URL. Copy, paste. Chain ID going to be 1. You can copy it and paste it. Currency symbol is ETH. So we'll just go with 1. ETH. Don't worry about the Block Explorer. Click Save. Now you're on the FlashBots Protect RPC. And now let's talk about some of the benefits. So it's basically just like using normal Ethereum mainnet, except you benefit from like 2 extra features by using this. First of all, you won't be getting your data scraped, your IP address scraped by Infura. Infura is scraping your data and storing it, and they're collecting wallet data. As far as I know, I don't think FlashBot Protect RPC does this whenever you use them. So that's a benefit straight off the bat. That's a new thing that just started happening with Infura. If you're using mainnet Ethereum, which is what most people use because it's the default, your IP address and your wallet details are being harvested, and who knows what that data will be used for in the future, but basically that data is just being captured, and that means it's likely to be leaked. Now, if you don't want to get your IP address used against you in the future, I recommend using NordVPN. If you go to nordvpn.com/K4K, you get the best Black Friday discount. It's like 65% off. It's less than $3 a month, protects you from your IP address being harvested. They have a no logs policy. They're outside of the 14 Eyes Alliance, which basically means if any of these other VPN providers are inside of those 14 Eyes Alliance countries, they basically force these companies to keep logs or have some sort of backdoor in order to be able to keep an eye on all internet traffic. And so NordVPN is actually outside of that. So they have a no logs policy, and then they actually protect you from having your data constantly tying back to you. The other 2 key features are there's no cost for failed transactions if you use the FlashBots RPC, and you also get priority in blocks. You can keep reading on this Medium article and keep going down. Make sure you are on the FlashBots RPC, and you can now trade on any DEX using FlashBots, and your transaction will be sent privately to the miners and not to the mempool. Unless you do something, if you just send Ethereum to another address, then it just goes to the mempool. Or if you're just approving an ERC20, that will just go straight to the mempool because there's no reason to get around MEV bots. If you don't think FlashBots are legit, just ask Richard Hart. He's got tons and tons of videos talking great things about FlashBots and how they are the solution to MEV extracted value, which is basically miners who will front run you, sandwich attack you on DEXs and certain trades, and they will buy up the price rate as you buy because like they're miners, and so they can kind of order the stuff however they want, and they'll order it in a way where you get a worse deal, they get a way better deal, then they dump it before you get your order execution, or right as you get your order execution, and then you actually get less, and they take some of the profit just by reordering some transactions. That's what FlashBots solves, even though they kind of sound similar, sounds technical, but this is actually kind of pretty cool that Infura started being terrible, because now a lot more people are going to move to avoiding miner extracted value and getting away from sandwich attacks and stuff like that.
So if FlashBots solves MEV, it's the literal solution to MEV, because people can't front run you when they don't know what you're doing because it's in a sealed bid. You have no idea what FlashBots is. You should research it. It's really cool because it solves MEV.
So if you want to do more research on it before you feel comfortable using it, I totally understand. There is another amazing article, nice and short. But yeah, basically just bundles up a bunch of transactions and the miners can't tell what's in it. They just have to process it. And so they actually can't front run the stuff. It's like a hidden bid. It's like a hidden transaction until it gets processed. And so you get to avoid sandwich attacks. And if you ever have a failed transaction, you don't pay any ETH penalty for that, like you would do normally if you were just using Ethereum, the default. So this actually could save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over time from failed transactions because you just never have to pay that. So that's pretty cool. And you get priority in the blocks that you are included in. I'll put these links in the description. Also, it's not a bad idea to just always be wary that IP addresses are probably being harvested all the time. If you're in crypto, it's kind of silly to not have a VPN. And they're very, very affordable, like super cheap if you find the right ones with the right discount at the right time. Right now, Black Friday is a good time to get a good discount. You get like 4 months free plus 65% off for 2 years if you lock in that deal. I'm not sure how much longer it's going on for, but if you use the link in the description, you get the discount. Don't pay more for something else that's worse quality. I've been using them for over a year. I haven't had any issues. It doesn't disconnect me. I've used VPNs before, free ones, and they were terrible. They constantly disconnect. They're super slow, problems like that. Nord's been great and super cheap and affordable. If you go to ethereumnodes.com, these are some other options for RPCs you can use. I was also looking into potentially Cloudflare, but it just seems like FlashBots Protect is just like better. Do your own research. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll try to get to them. I try to answer legitimate comments. If people are just haters in the comments, ignore. That should be the good update. Showed you how to add it. Now you got FlashBots here. This is what you should be on whenever you're interacting. Everything else should be the same. It's all explained in the Medium article. Peace out, guys.